At the outset, I appreciate the initiative of the NITI Aayog for convening this national workshop on innovative agriculture as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and for highlighting the natural farming issue here. After the Green Revolution in the last few decades, there has been quantitative increase in the production of food grains. Now, there is a need for qualitative leap to keep our society healthy by reducing our dependence on usage of synthetic chemicals in agriculture. In fact, this is one of the dire needs currently being faced by our society. We regard natural farming as a critical innovation for improving the livelihoods of our farmers and also for protecting the food and nutrition security of all our citizens, avoiding chemical intake through our food, and most importantly, regenerating soil, enhancing water conservation, and a wide range of eco-friendly benefits. All these are part and parcel of natural farming. I'm happy to inform you that the government of Andhra Pradesh is at the forefront of this new evergreen revolution to secure the lives of the present generations and, more importantly, the lives and livelihood of our future generations. In fact, in 2021-22, we have enrolled 630,000 farmers cultivating an area of 290,000 hectares into natural farming. This program is at present being implemented in 3,009 out of 10,778 Raitu Bharosa Kendras that we have in every rural area of the state, wherein you have agrarian activity. In fact, this 290,000 hectares covering almost 5% of the cultivable land of approximately 64 lakh hectares that is present in the state of Andhra Pradesh. We are not resting on these achievements and have set very ambitious targets for ourselves, as we are aware that this is only 5% of the area that is covered so far in the state. This journey into natural farming, it is a 3 to 5 year journey for each of these farmers to convert his entire farmland from chemical agriculture to natural farming. While we support the farmers through this journey of these 3 years, we are not looking at sudden withdrawal of chemical fertilizers by farmers. It is a voluntary decision by each of this farmer, and our support to them is to make this transition gradual and as smooth as possible, as we are aware that this journey is 3 to 5 years that the farmer would take. I would like to highlight as to how we are providing comprehensive hand-holding support to each of these farmers in the state to improve their livelihoods in a sustainable manner. In general, farmers' welfare is the central theme of our government. The critical innovation in making this possible has been the institution of Raitu Bharosa Kendras, that we popularly call them as RBKs. These are farmer service centers, and they are present in each of our village, one per every 2,000 population. The RBK provides all the requisite services to the farmers at their doorstep. It presents a unique opportunity to take an innovation to all the villages in the state in the shortest period of time. The government has established 10,778 RBKs across the state, spreading over in all the rural areas wherever the agrarian activity is taking place. RBK is an integration of agri-input shop, including exclusive custom hiring center for natural farming inputs as well. This RBK also acts as a farmer knowledge center and also procurement center as well when the crop comes up for harvesting. They work as one-stop shop for all agriculture-related activities for the farmers in the state. That includes supply of quality inputs such as seeds, fertilizers, and pesticides, as well as natural farming inputs, so as to remove the spurious element from the society. E-crop booking is also one of the features of the RBK. Facilitation of different government schemes and services, connecting it to the e-crop booking done in that village is also one of the features. Trainings and capacity buildings of the farmers on the latest agricultural practices and technologies are also inbuilt in the RBK platform. The RBKs therefore offer a plethora of services at the farmer's doorstep. They are networked with different quality testing labs to enable seamless service delivery to the farmers. They are also the procurement centers for agriculture commodities as well. Each RBK has one technically qualified person called the village agricultural assistant. He or she is either a graduate or a diploma holder in agriculture or horticulture to assist the farmers. We also have a banking correspondent in each of these RBKs to enable the farmer to access all banking services at the RBK level itself. In order to disseminate knowledge effectively, the village agricultural assistant conduct farmer fields schools called Polambadi. These field studies, these field schools called Polambadi, they help the farmers in taking optimal decisions to reduce the cost of cultivation and improve the yields by adopting environment-friendly, good agronomic practices. The active involvement of farmers in the programs of the government is further facilitated by the setting up of agri-advisory boards at the RBK level, at the mandal level, and as well as at the district level as well, to discuss about the effective implementation of crop planning and monitoring of various activities at the RBK level. In fact, a total of 80,359 progressive and experienced farmers were made members of the agri-advisory boards in the state, where voices of the farmers has been the central theme considered for the various agricultural policies that we've come out with. Another important service to the farmers through the RBKs is the e-crop booking, as I had emphasized earlier, which is aimed to digitally register all the crops, varieties grown by the actual cultivators in all the land parcels for all the crop seasons in that particular village, more importantly. E-crop is a single source of truth to extend benefit to cultivators for all the schemes like YSR Sunnavaddi Pantarunalu, which is nothing but zero interest crop loans, Dr. YSR free crop insurance scheme, input subsidy to the actual cultivators, and procurement of agricultural produce at the MSP. The farmers are given physical and digital acknowledgements post e-crop booking, and their names are also being displayed at the RBKs as a part of the social audit so as to promote transparency at the grassroots level. The government of Andhra Pradesh has taken a historical decision to establish a price stabilization fund of 3,000 crores. This fund is aimed to provide market intervention to support those farmers whose produce are selling below the MSP. It is also aimed to provide market intervention to those crops which do not have MSPs but are selling much below the normal price. Considering the fact that we have 50% of the farmers owning less than half hectare in the state of Andhra Pradesh and 70% of the farmers owning less than 1 hectare in the state of Andhra Pradesh, our government has been hand-holding our farmers through YSR Raitu Bharosa / PM Kisan by providing financial assistance of rupees 13,500 rupees to every farmer to meet the input production costs, covering almost 50 to 80% of the production costs for almost 80% of the crops for these marginal farmers. We are also providing 9 hours of quality power during the daytime itself, free of cost to the farmers, among the many initiatives that the government of Andhra Pradesh has taken to support our farmers. Now, coming to the promotion of natural farming within the state of Andhra Pradesh, I would like to list out a few of the important ones. We are aware that the conversion of a farmer who is practicing chemical agriculture for the past 30 to 50 years to completely give up chemicals and move to natural farming is not an easy task, and it is not an easy ask. At the same time, we are convinced that this is the most important transformation in agriculture, and it should be done in a phased manner. And with the full support of scientific institutions and scientists from across the country and from outside as well. The approach is to move with the pace of the farmer. It's purely voluntary and also gradual in process. The state government has set up a separate department for natural farming within the agricultural department to take up the program to all the villages in the state with the help of RBKs in each village. At the village level, to motivate the farmers to move to natural farming, which is facilitated through the RBKs, we have also positioned a community resource person who is a practicing farmer at the village to support the RBK, to support and motivate all the farmers within the RBK level who are willing to take up natural farming. In fact, the agricultural department through the RBKs has developed a strong network of knowledgeable and dedicated best practicing farmers as community resource persons, and also developed the necessary crop-wise protocols for different regions. This experience and expertise at the RBK level provides the necessary impetus to scale up and universalize the natural farming activities across the state. I'm happy to inform you that the efforts of the government in taking natural farming forward on such a large scale has led to the government of Germany agreeing to fund the setting up of Indo-German Global Academy on Agroecology Research and Learning, IGGAARL, in Andhra Pradesh. The project is in the final approval process. The state government is providing the land and buildings for setting up the center. Government of Germany has agreed in principle to provide a grant of 20 million euros over a period of 5 years as well. And together, we are committed to set up a world-class agroecological research and learning center that would produce graduates and postgraduates to integrate the scientific knowledge in natural farming with the community at large. I'm thankful to the NITI Aayog and the Ministries of Agriculture and Rural Development for their support to our efforts. Many international organizations such as FAO, UNEP, ICRAF, University of Reading, University of Edinburgh, CIRAD France, GIZ, KFW are partnering with AP, and these partnerships are very valuable for generating a new knowledge, certification at the RBK level, and building the support architecture for scaling up this program. The impacts of natural farming have been very positive in our state. Independent studies have confirmed many positive impacts, such as costs of cultivation of farmers has come down. Yields are also encouraging over a 3-year period. The crops are more resilient to floods and droughts and pest attacks. In addition, there is an enhancement of biodiversity. The health and nutrition aspects are very significant. I would like to conclude by highlighting certain issues that need attention at the national level. The farmers who are transiting to natural farming are doing human service for the country. They need to be encouraged and motivated, and thus I would like a proactive policy in this regard formulated by this august body. The farmers who are transiting to natural farming are also ensuring the avoidance of chemical fertilizer subsidies. If we can think as to how there can be a mechanism for rewarding these farmers, as it is resulting in avoidance of chemical fertilizer subsidies to a great deal as well. I would like to request that states who are having larger areas under natural farming should be given a higher weightage in the Finance Commission recommendations as well. These states are helping the country in achieving climate change mitigation goals and carbon neutrality goals as well. The certification of organic farming and natural farming needs to be made more farmer-friendly, available, and accessible to every farmer who is desirous of this. The syllabus in our agricultural universities, they also need to include natural farming / organic farming is also part of their curriculum. There is a need for more systematic research on natural farming. There is also a need to study the health impacts of consuming natural farming food versus food grown using synthetic chemicals. And study of these results should be explained and publicized for public awareness. Funding for the state governments in transiting to natural farming should be liberal and the norms should be different. At present, the centrally sponsored schemes are shared in the ratio of 60-40. But I would strongly recommend, given the importance of natural farming to the whole country, especially the next generation, the funding should be 90-10 at least. The avoided fertilizer subsidy in the years to come will be several times more than the money invested in transition into natural farming. In fact, all these are the virtues of we moving into natural farming, and I'm hopeful that with this august body also showing the kind of importance that it is showing, that very soon we would have a very good policy laid out for us. And I personally, once again, thank Shri Rajiv Kumarji, Vice Chairman, NITI Aayog, for taking this initiative, for leading our country under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, into this new sector, what is the need of the hour, where the country would actually stand to be the pioneer for natural farming in the days to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jagan Reddy. Thank you very much, the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra. You made very important points here, and I think you speak as a person in whose state actual practice is now undertaken for natural farming. आपने एक अलग विभाग बना दिया है प्राकृतिक खेती के लिए, बहुत बड़ी बात है। और मैं आपका खुद आपके स्टेट में, मैं जो आपके आरबी केस है, मैं श्री विजय कुमार साहब के साथ उनको देख के आया हूँ कि कितना ज़्यादा वो किसानों की मदद कर रहे हैं। और ये भी जान के बहुत खुशी हुई कि जर्मन सरकार ने आपको 20 मिलियन यूरो दिए हैं एक ऐसा सेंटर बनाने के लिए, मतलब करीब 1800 करोड़ रुपया आपको दिया है इसका करने के लिए। और मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि आंध्र प्रदेश एक बिल्कुल एक लीड लेगा, एक आगे बढ़ेगा और हमारे देश को नेचुरल फार्मिंग की ओर अग्रसर करेगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच, बहुत बहुत आपका धन्यवाद। और आप यहाँ आए, हमसे जुड़े, इसलिए बहुत बहुत आपका धन्यवाद। नमस्कार। और इस सत्र के अंत में मैं निवेदन करना चाहूँगा, अनुरोध करना चाहूँगा